Welcome to your December Northwest Arkansas market update. Hard to believe a year has almost fully passed. Tim Moldenhauer here with Remax Associates. So a lot of people are asking about interest rates, and so let's just start there. I have some good news. We are at a 4-month low in interest rates. But what does that mean? It means we are consistently able to get rates below 7%. I know some lenders were quoting 6.99 for us last week with one origination point. So that's really promising and exciting for this business. So residential sales. Last month, we had 690 residential sales. This was a 5% increase from last November's 656. But the thing to understand overall is that as a market, we are down about 20% overall in sales. So like number of sales are down year over year. But what's interesting is even though the sales are down, we still have low inventory. Benton and Washington County are averaging about 2.5 months of inventory, which that means if we don't list another home from today on, in 2.5 months, completely out of homes for sale. At this point, it's still a seller's market. We are starting to see it loosen up in some of the higher price points. I did it the other day for a market segment, and it was closer to 4.5 to 5 months. So we are seeing it there. Last month, we had 858 new listings. Of those, 25% are already under contract. It's naturally a little bit slower time of the year, so you may see listings hang on the market a little bit longer. But so we know total sales are down, inventory is still down, but the average home price last month was $434,929. So that was 23% higher than the year before. That's a 23% increase. I believe a lot of that was, kind of boosted up from the Dromberg Castle in Fayetteville sold. So that was sold for $4.8 million. So congratulations, the Solenson Group for listing it and the Curtis Group for the sale. Way to go. That's a big one. Time on market, it's still taking about 90 days to sell a home. So that's year over year. Last year was like 90. This year is like 91 days. So that's about the same as far as if you price it right, list to closing. So that really hasn't changed right there. Pending contracts have stayed about the same last year to this year. I mean, last year this time we were dealing with high rates, so it's kind of normal that this is kind of the normal market for us. So we had low 600s in pendings next month. I guess the real question is what does this all mean? And I'll tell you, I'll be the first one to admit, nobody knows what's going to happen next year. But what we do know is we know we have low inventory. Presently, rates are coming down. So as each time the rates come down a little bit more buyers are allowed to get into the market, which is fantastic. On that same hand, if more buyers come into the market in limited inventory, prices will keep going up. And so on how you look at that is kind of on which side of the coin you're on, which side of the equation. If prices go up, it can be tough for a buyer. If prices go up, it could be good for a seller. So one thing we're really interested and anxious to see, and I think you should ask this question to yourself. If you're a seller with a really favorable mortgage, what interest rate does it take you to finally want to move? So we're waiting to see what interest rate we have to get down to so that home sellers are willing to list. So anyway, Tim Moldenhauer here. Always excited to share these facts and market stats. So reach out if you have any questions, and make it a great day.